All right, so there's a few different types of business owners, right? There's business owners that are old school. I don't care what you tell them, they're not gonna take AI. They're just not gonna do it. They don't have a website. Then you got those business owners that they don't have enough time. They barely even have enough time to meet with you to talk about it. But in the back of their mind, they know they need it. Money isn't an issue. The only issue is, do they trust you or do they trust me? That's actually the biggest issue. So that's what what's in our favor is this is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. So even if a business owner did have time enough to set this up initially, they don't have time to continue to stay in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
make constant updates.
I'm 2 feet in AI every day, and it's happening fast for me. So how do we build trust? A couple ways. Okay, build trust is one way is YouTube. You know, us consistently uploading to YouTube, showing our successes. You know,
build our reputation.
Right. It's not about sales right now, because that's going to happen. It's about getting Google reviews. Okay, it's about getting Google reviews and coming in at a low point. And once they trust us, they'll see what we have. I've already said that for now, until we get our Google reviews going, I'm offering 3 free websites per week. Free. When I say it didn't take me that long to make this website. So we can make the speed that we can make websites. I can afford to do 3 free. Let's just go. Okay. Normally, and this is even low, but okay. So for right now, as we're talking, once again, we're just trying to get reviews in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Starter website is $500. Okay, but that does not come with any professional. Okay, it's basically a professional website. Okay, now if they want automations, right now we're throwing a lot of automations in for $4.99 per month. They get the website for free, so now they're not paying the $500. Okay. They get an AI voice receptionist. So literally, it's a talking website. Okay. You call in on the regular number, or you can call in from the website, or you can text the website. Okay. So this is the AI receptionist. Okay. Then
for AI receptionist, it speaks pretty clear.
Exactly. So then with this package, they also get the automated reputation management. Oh, by the way, the AI voice receptionist, she can send an invoice for payment up front. So let's say their towing service is $135. She could send the invoice and they can pay, and then the driver can be notified. Now, once the service is all done, another AI takes over that deals with their Google listing ratings. So it will continue to follow up with them, so they'll leave a review, because the reviews are important for the Google ranking and for the SEO and all that, basically. People don't realize how important Google reviews is. Then, of course, it comes with Google My Business optimization. Basically, that's putting information, photos, and videos on their Google My Listing page. It comes with all that for right now, because each of those individual services I showed you, like, for instance, the smart website, the AI receptions, the automated reputation management, those are all different products in itself that I could sell for $3.99 each. But just to get us going, we're packaging everything for $4.99. And this is $4.99 per month. So now the second plan is the full growth package. Basically, they get everything in the first and second plan, but they also get social media management and content creation on autopilot. So once again, we're just trying to get Google reviews going. We're trying to get the ball rolling. And for $1,000, they get all this and the SEO. I would not be able to do this by myself if I didn't have Claude Code, and OpenClaw. It's impossible to do that. So here's how we build trust, right? Because once again, no one's going to give you a bunch of money up front if they don't know you. We give these free websites out, the first 3 a week, for free. All they got to pay is their domain name, which is $20 a year. Once they get that website, the only reason they're not going with the $4.99 is not because it's a bad deal. It's because they don't know you. Once they've been with you for a period of time, they might be like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, we have an automated system that reaches out to them on autopilot every 3 weeks, once a week, with some new information on AI. So I'm starting out slow. Basically, Facebook is a gold mine. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't mad at you for not being on Facebook, but when it comes to money, you know what I'm saying? It's money there, you know. But you know, you need a nice professional. You just need a nice professional picture. But I can see towards the summertime, you know, I could see, for instance, I can see us really doing things, and you'll be in the same. Or it's an actual person, AI employee. Like, would you rather pay 4 people to do their work average? Okay, if a paralegal is making 50,000, 50K, and that's divided by 12, you're paying that person $4,000 per month. Okay, $4,000 per month. But if you install OpenClaw for like $3,000, and then you're paying $1,000, $1,500 maintenance, you're saving a bunch of money. And you have an AI employee that never takes off. No, I'm helping companies be more efficient, and I'm making money doing it. You know, so yeah. But anyway, off OpenClaw, back to the basic AI, which is still effective. You got to get in these groups, man. So here's the strategy. All right, once you join them, you're in, but you don't just you read the guidelines and they'll tell you how to post and how not to post. So what I did yesterday was, what group did I post it? What I did yesterday is I reached out. Let me see. What group did I? Oh, I did a screenshot. What spam is when you just join a bunch of group and just start advertising. People don't like that. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to get permission from the admin first, if you can. Okay. For instance, here's what I wrote. I'm Mario Strawberries. As promotion and to increase my Google reviews and video testimonies, I'm offering 3 free websites per week, 0 cost. Here's an example of my work. And I showed them an example of the website, basically. So I'm basically getting his permission to post first. You know what I'm saying? And you never know. He might be like, hey, I'll take you up on that website. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you got to look at, you know. So we can afford to do, you know, 3 websites for free a week. So yeah. So strategy number 1 is to get on Facebook, Lewis. And I would just, since we already have a demo website for auto mechanic, and we have a demo website for tow trucking, Lewis. And then if you can find some groups in St. Louis, auto mechanic and then tow trucking, you know, you can find those groups and then add me to those groups. And then each day we could, you know, I could be here and you can just be sending the DMs. I'll give you the script to write, but basically you find a group and then you DM one of the admins with the script and then a sample website, and then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and post it. You know what I'm saying? Because we kind of want, because if we just post it in the group, once we get in, they might not have, you know, once again, it's about the trust. And we want to build rapport with one of the admins. That another strategy is just like I'm pulling like the same thing. And since they literally in your backyard, it won't take you 5 minutes to go there. Hey, boom, no pressure. You know, you legit. You know what I'm saying? So if we're doing, you know, 3 to 5 outreaches on Facebook, 2 outreaches in person. Okay, let me show you these. Let me show you these emails here that I'm working on instantly. So these are 10 emails that I purchased, all done with, you know, and I'm doing what's called warming them up, basically. So the problem with doing email outreach is a lot of times, especially if it's new, the email will go into the spam folder, and no one, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go to your email, you don't check your spam folder. You seldom check any, if it's not directly in your inbox, you're probably not going to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So what Instantly does, which is the website. Now I bought the email separate, but what Instantly does is it warms up the emails, even though it is spam. It's not spam because it's been warmed up, basically. Once we get someone, and I can send out, you know, 100 emails a day. You know, you don't, your first day you don't do it, you ramp up. So all of a sudden we'll get an appointment, okay? You know, so while we're working this part, you know, OpenClaw is working the email part. And there's other things that I'll have OpenClaw do to reach out to people in our neighborhood. But the main thing is to basically, you know, create content like we are right now. OpenClaw is the 24-hour employee. So right now I'm using Telegram for OpenClaw, and this is what companies are paying top dollar to, because they're gonna pay top dollar to anyone. And we have to show them that, and once people are convinced that the people who want to get it, because they're not trying to learn it, because they know the dedication it takes.
They don't got the time.
They don't have the time, right? I'll have Claude. I have Claude code, like prepare like a little outline what we talk about today, you know. But we're in it. But you kind of see, you know, 3 to 5 reach outs on Facebook, 1 to 2 reach out in your neighborhood while you're on the way doing your own whatever, and we start that way and just ramp it up, because yeah, that's it, man. That once we get up to 10,000 a month, we can go full time into this. You know, that's it, brother.